Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. You know, I want to discuss the show. The reason I'm doing this show at night because this is a 18 plus show to talk about. Now, let me just talk about the theme for this show. And this is one of my four shows that I will cover in the spring. So, let's talk about yanderes. You know, yanderes are oftentimes the baddest women on the planet. They are the badasses. Yanderes will fight for you. They will kill other people for you. They will do everything they can to like how to describe yanderes. They will take a knife, take a machete, take a sword, whatever. They will kill everybody just to get to the MC, just to get to their loved ones. And these yanderes are sick and twisted. You see, yanderes are one of many people don't want to date because they're crazy for that MC. And like I said, they will murder people to get to the MCs. When you think of yanderes, oftentimes yanderes is, from Feature Diary. That is like, when you think of yanderes, everybody's gonna say either, I could be wrong, from Feature Diary, the girls from School Days, or Anna from Shinometa. Those are the most common yanderes of all time. So, the reason I bring this up is because what happens when you got a yandere, a dark elf, elf girls, an isekai to reverse isekai, and in the hottest, gorgeous, dark-skinned girl of all time. Now, she's not the hottest. I mean, I have her maybe in the top 5. I mean, look, I got a hot take. I'm going to say this. She's way hotter than Yorichi. But that's here and there. Anyway, this is a show that I'm going to cover right now. Because after watching this show, given the fact that it's 12 minutes, surprisingly 12 minutes. I didn't think it was going to be that long. But 12 minutes is something. And let's get right to it with the review. And I wrote this long title. It's called Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. That's what it's called. Or I'm going to keep it short. It's called Yandere Dark Elf. Simple review to call it. Yandere Dark Elf. So let's get right to the review of episode 1. Okay, now, it all started with isekais. We all know how isekais work. You go to another world, you beat the demon lord, truth be told, happy ending. Or you go to a isekai where you get reincarnated. Every way you do, you get isekai'd. No matter what. No matter what. This boy, Hinata, yes, and I swear, look, I'm not even halfway through this review, and I'm already liking Hinata at this point. The fact that he got this hottest, one of the top 3 elf girls in anime, hottest elf girl in anime, top 3 or 4, maybe 4th, and she's way hotter than Yorichi from Bleach, but I don't know if I should feel like jealous of Hinata, like I should be, because this guy got it. So let me get this straight. This boy get isekai'd, defeat the demon lord, like all isekais. And before he left, Mariabelle, but we call her Belle for short, simple name, Belle. Belle grabbed Hinata's hand, and it's like, oh, we're supposed to get married. See, that's the thing when it comes to yanderes. When you say you're going to marry somebody, you got to keep your word. You got to keep your word. Don't sit there and say, I don't remember saying, yeah, you got to keep your word. Especially when it comes to yanderes. Yanderes are no freaking joke. When you think you're like, yeah, you're kidding. But they use those kidding words and use it again and use it as a freaking threat. That's what they do. So Hinata, beat the demon lord and got back. Okay, so now Hinata's living his normal life. It's been a month. We got to see a child. We got to see another girl has a crush on Hinata. That's here and there. Anyway, Hinata lives alone and all that. Really good. Until Belle shows up. And Belle showed up like nothing. Belle showed up naked as ever. And you know what's funny? I want to know with the uncensored version. I don't know if High Dive is going to do it or anything like that, but can we get the uncensored version? I'm pretty sure everyone's expecting the uncensored version, and I really wanted to. I think we're going to get the uncensored version after all these episodes comes down. I don't know, but we got to see the uncensored version. Please give us that. So now, Belle magically used all of her spells to get reverse isekai'd in this. You know, it's plethora. You know, it's funny because we don't really talk about reverse isekais like that. There are a plethora of reverse isekais, but some of us don't really bring it up because I feel like isekais is everywhere, but reverse isekais, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about reverse isekais. Like, we don't do that. Like, Devil's a part-timer. It's a reverse isekai. We don't really bring that up. Plus size elf, same thing. Reverse isekai. Another reverse isekai is Yashahime. Same basic principle. Yeah, Yashahime, you know, with Shishomaru's twin sisters, there's mountains of reverse isekais out there, especially the one that came out in winter with the elf girl that went to Tokyo, that one. But again, there are a plethora of reverse isekais that we don't really talk about because reverse isekais feel like they're underrated. Some of us, like, every season, we're bound to get shonen, rom-com, isekai, and all that. But a reverse isekai, not much. Not much. So again, Hinata's back to the human world now, living a normal life, and all of a sudden, here come Belle naked, came down. And had that dark-skinned, black hair girl literally just wants to be with Hinata. And yes, this Hinata is better than Hinata from IQ, but that's a different topic in another way. Anyway, it's like, she ain't giving up. She's one of those girls Yandere girls that is not giving up until she gets the MC. I mean, look at Misa from Death Note. Same basic principle. Look at Akane from Love Tyrant. You guys know Love Tyrant? That's another example of that right there is a freaking Yandere. Go watch Love Tyrant. Trust me. So, and Hinata, and the thing about Yanderes is that they will go crazy when it comes to, like, try hard. Like when Hinata gave Belle put Belle a sweat, she started sniffing and her eyes rolled up like the Undertaker, like I can't roll my eyes up that bad. But you get what I'm saying? Her eyes like Hinata smell, yo, she is crazy. She's crazy. She's freaking crazy. I mean, this girl will... Bella's already proven that she is nominated for Best Girl of the Spring. You can't argue with that. How many times have we looked at, like, if you look at all your waifus on your list and every best girl you have, how many characters you have that are completely yanderes on your top 10 waifus of all time? You don't really have yanderes. You don't. Most yandere girls you have love will be in the top maybe 30 or 40s. But this yandere girl, I can't hate her. I can't hate her. And I feel jealous for Hinata every time in this first episode, because I'm like, Hinata, you are so freaking great that you have a hottest dark elf in your squad. Now, again, I prefer the girl from Plus Size Elf, who is way hotter than her. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, you have this opportunity to get Belle anytime. She's in your apartment. Now, I understand hilarious that's going to happen. Like, him going to school and this yandere, and then Belle is going to follow. And if Hinata was to ever talk to a girl, you know what Belle is going to do. As yanderes, we all know just how crazy a yandere will go through the depths of freaking back and forth just to make sure that it's like they all protected. Can I use an example? I will protect you no matter what and squeeze the life out of you. That's that. And don't get me started on the whole shower scene. Like, I understand Hinata. Now I get it. Hinata lives alone. I get that. But he should be happy he got Belle on the side. And in that shower scene where he filled her hair, you know, just literally looking at their hair like, oh, the full moon set. Great analogy, by the way. And then all of a sudden he hits his head in the wind and pass out. Now, I get it. Him sleeping on the futon and Belle got the bed. Really, really nice guy. Nice guy. Not hating. But come on, man. You have a shot. You have a hot, gorgeous, dark elf in your bed. A yandere, no, nonetheless. But you gotta take a shot. Take a shot. Now, Belle's reason to come into the real world was because after Hinata left and everyone praised him, it's not the same without him. So I get it. This is an example of what yanderes do. What we got in the first episode was not only fan service, and by the way, it is fan service. That's why people are expecting the uncensored version, because this is a censored version. So you see all that white fog of the clouds you're going to see around that. Disappointed as ever, but at least we got the storyline about this. But again, fan service doesn't take away the anime. It's the storyline that makes us want to it's interesting. So again, we just got from isekai to reverse isekai. And then Hinata, again, this whole thing is a reverse isekai, where other characters from his party are going to enter into his world. And now, it's like he's having his harem all over again. The only difference is it's now reverse isekai. But I rest my case. But now, this is a tale. This is a tale of a boy who beat the demon lord, lived a normal life, and now the dark yandere Belle is going to do whatever he can to get in his pants. She's learning from Future Diary. And if you watch Future Diary, you'll see just how freaking badass Yuno is. And I'll tell you right now, Hinata, my word is this. Study yanderes, go watch Future Diary, and go watch School Days. Because if there's one thing I've learned from yanderes, if you make that one freaking mistake, the yandere is gonna fucking do whatever they can to get to you. They will murder people to get them. So be nice to yanderes. That's the key to yanderes. You gotta be nice and be safe. Now, I understand this is a 12-minute show. I get it. This is a 12-minute episode. Now, I would expect it to be 24, but I can see why. Because I don't think this show is going to be talked about more, especially plus-size elf. But still, go watch this show, guys. Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me from all the way to another world. Or keep it simple, Yandere Dark Elf. Because if you type in Yandere Dark Elf, that is going to pop up. So, I look forward for next week's episode of it. And I don't know what time it airs. I think it's airs tomorrow. Sundays, but I forgot. So, stay tuned.